That truck your neighbor bought for $8,000 is now worth more than most people's cars, and these 10 trucks will shock you with their insane value jumps. The used truck market has gone absolutely crazy. Trucks that were sitting on dealer lots for months are now selling for double what they cost new. Some classic pickups have turned into legitimate investments that beat the stock market. Today I'm breaking down 10 pickup trucks that have skyrocketed in value so fast it'll make your head spin, and the crazy stories behind why everyone wants them now. 1992-1996 Ford F-150, the sleeper hit. Let's start with a truck that nobody saw coming. The 9th generation Ford F-150 from 1992 to 1996 was just another used truck 5 years ago. You could buy clean examples for under $10,000 all day long. Fast forward to today, and those same trucks are bringing $25,000 to $30,000 for nice examples. Why the explosion? This generation merged the basic toughness, simplicity, and reliability that had come to define Ford pickups with the modern features and drivetrains that were about to transform the entire truck market. It was the perfect bridge between old-school Ford toughness and modern capability. Plus, it was the last generation before trucks got complicated with too much technology. The real kicker is that this generation introduced the modular V8 engines that would power Fords for decades. The 4.6-liter and 5.4-liter engines were bulletproof, parts are still cheap, and they're simple enough to work on in your garage. Collectors figured this out, and now clean examples are selling for more than some new cars. First generation Toyota Tacoma, the indestructible investment. Here's a truck that's become legendary for all the right reasons. The first-generation Toyota Tacoma from 1995 to 2004 was a solid midsize truck when it was new. Nothing too special, just reliable Toyota engineering in pickup form. But something funny happened. They refused to die. While American trucks from the same era were getting sent to the scrapyard, these Tacomas kept running, and running, and running some more. Now, clean examples with under 200,000 miles are selling for $15,000 to $25,000. That's for a truck that's over 20 years old. The crazy part is that beat-up Tacomas with 300,000 miles still bring $8,000 to $10,000 because everyone knows they've got another 100,000 miles left in them. Toyota's reputation for reliability turned this ordinary truck into a gold mine for anyone smart enough to buy one and take care of it. 2004-2008 Ford F-150 Lightning, the factory hot rod. Now we're talking about something really special. The second-generation F-150 Lightning was Ford's answer to the question nobody asked. What if we put a supercharged V8 in a pickup truck? The result was a 380-horsepower street truck that could run 13-second quarter miles while still hauling your dirt bike. When these trucks were new, they cost around $35,000. Nobody really wanted them because gas was expensive and they were completely impractical. Fast forward to today, and clean examples are bringing $40,000 to $60,000. Low-mileage garage queens are hitting $70,000 or more. The Lightning market exploded because people realized Ford only made about 28,000 of them total across 5 years. They were the last true performance truck Ford made before everything went turbo and complicated. Plus, they're stupid fast in a straight line and sound amazing doing it. Square-body Chevrolet C10, the trendsetter. Here's the truck that started the whole classic truck craze. The Chevrolet C10 square body from 1973 to 1987 was the working man's truck for decades. You could buy decent examples for $3,000 to $5,000 as recently as 2015. Those same trucks now start at $15,000 and go up to $30,000 for restored examples. What happened? Social media, mainly. Instagram and YouTube guys started building these trucks and showing how cool they could look with simple modifications. The boxy styling that looked dated in 2010 suddenly looked timeless and cool. Everyone wanted one, and prices went through the roof. The best part about square body price increases is that they lifted the entire classic truck market. Once people saw C10s bringing serious money, they started looking at other 70s and 80s trucks differently. The square body Chevy basically created the modern classic truck market single-handedly. 2017-2022 Ford Raptor. the off-road legend. The first-generation Raptor was cool, but the second-generation model that launched in 2017 was something else entirely. Ford took everything they learned from the original and made it better. More power, better suspension, more capability, and looks that screamed, "I'm ready for anything." These trucks had MSRPs around $55,000 to $65,000 when new. During the pandemic, used examples were selling for more than they cost new. Even now, clean 2017 Raptors with reasonable mileage bring $50,000 to $60,000, which is impressive considering they're almost 8 years old. The Raptor market stays strong because Ford can't make enough of them. There's always a waiting list for new ones, so people pay premium prices for used examples rather than wait. Plus, the Raptor has become the ultimate status symbol truck. Everyone knows what they are and what they cost. 1999-2007 Chevrolet Silverado SS, the forgotten performance truck. While everyone was paying attention to the Lightning, Chevrolet was building their own performance truck, the Silverado SS. This thing came with a 6.0-liter LS2 V8 making 395 horsepower and looked like a lowered sports car with a truck bed. It was fast, handled well, and flew completely under the radar. When these trucks were 5 to 10 years old, you could buy them for $12,000 to $18,000. Nobody really wanted them because they weren't practical and gas mileage was terrible. But collectors eventually figured out that Chevrolet only made about 24,000 SS trucks total, and clean examples started getting expensive fast. Now, good Silverado SS trucks bring $25,000 to $35,000. The really clean, low-mileage examples are pushing $40,000. That's a 100% increase in value over the past 5 years for a truck that was practically worthless not that long ago. 2003-2011 Honda Ridgeline, the weird winner. Here's the truck that everyone made fun of until they couldn't afford one anymore. The first-generation Honda Ridgeline looked nothing like a traditional pickup truck. It had a unibody construction, independent rear suspension, and a trunk in the bed. Truck guys hated it because it was different. But here's the thing, it was also incredibly reliable, comfortable, and practical. While traditional trucks were breaking down, the Ridgeline just kept working. The weird styling that everyone mocked in 2003 started looking pretty cool by 2020. Clean examples that sold for $8,000 to $12,000 5 years ago now bring $15,000 to $20,000. The Ridgeline proves that sometimes being different pays off in the long run. Honda built a truck that was ahead of its time, and now people are willing to pay premium prices for that forward-thinking design and legendary Honda reliability. 2019-2023 Chevrolet Colorado ZR2, the new school classic. The Colorado ZR2 is proof that you don't need to wait decades for a truck to become valuable. This midsize off-road truck was Chevrolet's answer to the Tacoma TRD Pro and Ford Ranger Raptor. It came with Multimatic shocks, locking differentials, and aggressive styling that looked ready for anything. These trucks had MSRPs around $45,000 when new. The problem was that Chevrolet couldn't make enough of them to meet demand. Used examples started selling for more than MSRP almost immediately. Even now, clean ZR2s with reasonable mileage command premium prices over regular Colorado models. The ZR2 market shows how quickly modern trucks can become collectible when manufacturers limit production and build something genuinely special. The combination of capability, scarcity, and cool factor creates instant value appreciation. 2004-2012 Chevrolet Colorado/GMC Canyon, the compact comeback. Midsize trucks were dying when GM launched the Colorado and Canyon in 2004. Nobody wanted small trucks anymore, everyone was buying full-size models. These trucks sold okay, but weren't particularly special or desirable. Most people saw them as cheap alternatives to real trucks. But something interesting happened around 2018. People started realizing that compact trucks were actually pretty practical for most uses. You could park them in normal spaces, they got decent gas mileage, and they could still haul reasonable loads. Clean examples that were selling for $8,000 to $12,000 suddenly jumped to $15,000 to $20,000. The Colorado and Canyon prove that market trends can change quickly. What seemed like outdated, Unwanted trucks became desirable almost overnight when people's priorities shifted toward efficiency and practicality. 2000-2006 Toyota Tundra, the underrated workhorse. The first-generation Toyota Tundra was Toyota's first serious attempt at a full-size pickup truck. It was well-built and reliable, but it couldn't match the capability of American trucks. The bed was too small, the cab was cramped, and it just felt like a big Tacoma rather than a real full-size truck. That reputation kept values low for years. You could buy decent Tundras for $6,000 to $10,000 when similar F-150s and Silverados were bringing twice as much. But collectors eventually figured out that these trucks were actually incredibly well built and would run forever with basic maintenance. Now, clean first-generation Tundras are bringing $12,000 to $18,000. The limited production TRD Pro models are worth even more. The market finally recognized that Toyota quality in a full-size truck was actually pretty special, even if the proportions were weird. In conclusion, several factors were combined to create this truck value explosion. First, the pandemic made everyone want outdoor recreation vehicles. Trucks became symbols of freedom and adventure when people were stuck at home. Second, supply chain issues made new trucks expensive and hard to find, driving people to the used market. Third, social media created truck culture in a way that never existed before. Instagram and YouTube showed people how cool classic trucks could look with simple modifications. Suddenly, everyone wanted a project truck, and prices went crazy. Finally, low interest rates made financing expensive toys easier than ever. People who couldn't afford to buy trucks with cash could suddenly finance them at low rates. This expanded the buyer pool and drove prices higher across the board. Here's what most people don't understand about truck values. They're not guaranteed to keep going up forever. Markets can change quickly, and what's hot today might be forgotten tomorrow. The trucks that have held value best are the ones with genuine rarity, capability, or historical significance. The biggest winners have been trucks that were either limited production, genuinely special in some way, or proved to be more reliable than expected. The biggest losers have been common trucks that were just riding the wave of general market enthusiasm. Several trends suggest the truck market might be cooling off. New truck production is catching up to demand, which reduces pressure on the used market. Interest rates are higher, making financing expensive toys more difficult. And gas prices remain volatile, which affects demand for thirsty trucks. The trucks most likely to hold value are the ones with strong fundamentals, genuine rarity, proven reliability, or cult followings that don't depend on market trends. The trucks most likely to lose value are the ones that got expensive just because everything else was getting expensive. If you're thinking about buying one of these trucks as an investment, be careful. Markets that go up fast can come down just as quickly. But if you're buying a truck because you love it and want to drive it, current values might actually be reasonable compared to what similar capability costs new. The key is understanding why specific trucks became valuable and whether those reasons are likely to persist. Trucks that became expensive because of social media trends might lose value when trends change. Trucks that became expensive because they're genuinely rare or special are more likely to hold value long-term. The truck market will eventually stabilize, but it'll probably settle at levels higher than where it started. Too many people have discovered how cool and practical trucks can be to go back to the old days of cheap project vehicles. The real question is which trucks will hold their value and which ones will crash back to earth. Smart money is on trucks with genuine rarity, proven reliability, or historical significance. The risky bets are on trucks that got expensive just because everything else was getting expensive. Either way, the past 5 years have proven that pickup trucks can be legitimate investments if you choose the right ones and time the market correctly. The truck value explosion changed everything about how we think about these vehicles. They're not just transportation anymore, they're collectibles, investments, and status symbols all rolled into one. Check out our other videos for car content you will never forget.